Hi, I'm Adam Robertson, and I want to tell you a little about what's happening at the Capitol at the end of week 2 of the legislative session. One of the most important things we do as representatives here at the legislature is work on a balanced budget. A balanced budget is constitutionally required in Utah, and we work hard coming up to the session to prepare budgets. This week we passed what we call our base budgets. These are the funds that are required for the ongoing operation of the government. This ensures continuity of the government, and really importantly, it does avoid something that happens in Washington, D.C., which is the stalemate on budgets. These climactic events where Omnibus Bills are created with all kinds of pork in them. In Utah, we pass a base budget early in the legislative session to ensure that doesn't happen. This makes sure that we have something that ensures government continuity, and then we can really study the additional things that we need to do and the fine-tuning and the adjustments. In the base budget this year, we funded education at record levels. More money than has ever been given to education in the state of Utah than before, nearing $8 billion. It's one of our largest budget items. Another one we passed, in a similar magnitude, was to do with Health and Human Services. This is to fund Medicare, Medicaid, Health and Human Services. Even with all that, we still have found in the budget that there's more money. We've collected more money from the people than is required. What this means is we've collected too much, and we're working on the tax cuts to return that money to you, the hardworking taxpayers. As we think about budgets, something I love about Utah is we're very fiscally conservative. We're known all across the country for being fiscally conservative. For the 14th year in a row, we were ranked by ALEC as the state with the single greatest and best economic outlook. I spent time this week working specifically with economists that are known across the country for their expertise on how we should best provide a tax refund. One of the things we think about in the budget is the concept of ongoing funds versus one-time funds. One-time funds means we can't count on that revenue stream in the future, and it would be dangerous to start a new program with ongoing year after year obligations when there's not an assurity that the funds will be there in the future. This year, we have an extraordinary amount of one-time funds. A lot of that is coming from ARPA funds. These are provided by the federal government in response to the pandemic, and they're one-time funds. We don't expect to get those again. Part of that we're using for infrastructure, and one that I'm excited about that impacts Provo directly is some of those ARPA funds are targeted to be used to help Provo's wastewater treatment program. This both helps Provo residents, lowers our overall tax burden, and it helps Utah Lake by lowering some of the phosphorus and other elements that are going into the lake today. So there's a little bit about the funding, the budgeting we're going on in Utah. I would love to hear more from you. Please fill out the survey. There's a survey link here on the screen. I'm anxious to hear from you and get your views on some of the important topics we'll be addressing in the upcoming weeks. Thank you.